Okay, I'm getting the double thumbs up from Bobby Jokes. That must mean this is another episode of Tess Talks. Now, I think we're only on episode like 4, okay? And there's been a couple of technical issues on the other side of things, but I hope when and if you're listening to this, you're enjoying the updates because man, life comes at you fast. I've already told people, I'm saying like this is November 11th, 11/11. So I like the numerology. I like that we're recording on 11/11 because sometimes astrologists or my girlfriends, my woo-woo girlfriends will say, hey, there's a portal. There's a portal. It's open. Today is the day you need to manifest. So I'm just going to manifest that I want this podcast to be the biggest thing in the world. And we're going for it at 11/11. Oh, what if we did it at 11/11? Would that give us more strength? No, we're not staying up that late. No one's staying up that late. People are just waking up early right now because the time change, it is only like 6 o'clock. It's like 6:30 right now, and it looks like 9:30 p.m. There is a coat of darkness over the city, and not in a bad way, in a fall way. So that's good. Things have been going really quickly lately. And I was talking to Travis earlier. I feel like my schedule every night is like me deciding between two things. Like I am like, okay, we're like getting invitations to this. People are getting married. There's preview parties. There's this. And I'm not complaining, but I am like trying to pick which one is more fun and like the cheapest and like best situation for me. Okay. Like that is what I'm doing all the time. And I'm not too proud to say that. I do get some pretty cool party invitations because I'm the host of Houston Life. And I mean, I just think of it as like, okay, like hopefully we're doing those people a solid. And so they feel the need to invite us places and we go and we have a great time. And then we talk about it again because that's what host chat is the next day. And a podcast is really just like a super extended version of host chat. One thing that is a major life moment milestone for me is the fact that I am now downtown living. So we're in the Sky Lounge right now. We're in an area that is very fancy. If you can't tell, this is gold, this is velvet, this is beautiful, beautiful material. It's very expensive. And this is a place where I think since I moved to Houston, which it was in 2019, I did want to live downtown. I did, but I remember talking to Rod and he was like, do you really want to live downtown? And I was like, I don't know. Yeah. But he said to check out the Heights, and I love the Heights, but now we are really, really officially downtowners. So far, so mother freaking good. Like it has been fun to take the train to the Texans games. It has been fun to walk around and say, hey, what do you want to eat? There's like all these food halls around. It's been fun to just, I don't know, have a view from up high. It's giving very like mini New York. Like it's giving New York. The weather is great right now. So, I mean, I might feel differently when the sun is blasting into our apartment during the summer months, but right now it's perfect. Okay. Also, something that I think has developed organically because of the time change and the move being like kind of at the same time. Travis and I have developed a beautiful, dare I say, the perfect morning routine. Dare I say it? Okay, so I'm going to tell you what it is, and you can tell me, just tell me, however, at Tess 1, Tess 2, like on any platform. Is this the perfect morning routine? We wake up, rather he wakes up. Travis wakes up before me every day. It's like having a child who's responsible, like who can like kind of manage themselves, but eventually they are going to wake you up. So Travis wakes me up and he goes, hey, are you going to the gym? And I go, yeah. He goes, okay, I'm leaving in 10 minutes. And then I know I have 10 minutes to get my act together, put on some gym clothes. And I usually take about probably 12 to 14 minutes to get my act together, to get on my clothes. Then we go to the gym. The gym here is very lovely. It's on a high floor. You could see the whole city. The sun is coming up as we're going to the gym. Normally we go in between 5:30 and 6:30. And that, I will say, is the early morning crowd. Okay, that is the we're better than you crowd. We're up earlier. We are just workouters. Okay. Today, because we had a little tiff and our sleeping schedule was like kind of off, we went there at like 7 and we were like, oh, or we were there with the normies, the normal 7 o'clockers, but it was still fine. So anyway, we go to the gym. We do a 20 to 45 minute workout. There's a tonal, which is that mirror that's like Lululemon, Peloton, whatever it is. You pick your strength. Like, I want to work out legs. Okay, we'll do a 25-minute leg routine. My legs, as I'm speaking to you in this moment, are smoked. Okay? The workout will be like, all right, just do like 1,000 lunges. And there you are in the mirror doing the little lunges, doing them. Okay, so we do that. We do the workout. And it is kind of a pain in the ass, but it's like a countdown clock. So you know your misery is going to be over soon. And you know it's good for you. And you're waking up and it's cold and you're getting hot, which is good. So you're getting the blood pumping and moving. Then we go down to the sauna. There are 2 saunas in this building, okay? There's a wet sauna, there's a dry sauna. We take our shoes off. Travis like gets in his trunks, his swim trunks. I just wear whatever sports bra, whatever I'm wearing, and we go in the wet sauna. I will say that Travis has said, we need 15 minutes in the wet sauna to have any benefits. And I'm like, what do you mean? I used to just go to the wet sauna and then just, when I felt like leaving, I felt great and stretched and good, I would leave. No. 15-minute timer. We have to be in there. We need to torture ourselves. It is in the discomfort that you grow, according to my boyfriend, okay? So now I'm like on the fence on the sauna. Okay, so sometimes he lets me. He's like, we can just do 10. We can just do however much you want. And I like those days. But sometimes he's very strict on this. So, okay, so we do the wet sauna. We come out. Then Travis wants to go do a cold dip. I watch this fish go in the sea. And I say, congratulations, you're in the cold. I'm not doing it. I did do it over the weekend just to appease him. And I was feeling like, I don't know, something about the weekend. Like, I give myself permission to like, okay, I'll get wet. I'll wet my hair. I have time to blow dry it. Like, but in the morning, sometimes I'm like, no, I'm not getting in the cold chlorine water. I mean, it's just not happening. So he does the cold dip. He does it for about 5 minutes, 3 to 5 minutes, depending on, okay, we're on a schedule here. Then we go, same floor as the cold dip. And there is a coffee machine. Travis gets 3 shots of espresso. I get 2 shots of espresso, a little bit of raw sugar, and a shot of milk. It is the sweetest, most creamiest, delicious wake me up treat in the world. Once I have that, I'm ready to go. I'm like, do we want breakfast? What do you want? You want boiled egg? Do I want a scrambled egg? You want some bacon? What do you want? Okay, then we do the breakfast. We're like showering and making breakfast at the same time. Boom, we watch down what he calls My Miss Rachel. We call it My Miss Rachel because you know how a lot of the kids, when they're misbehaving, their mom puts on Miss Rachel, or she puts on Bluey, or she puts on whatever little cartoon, Dora, Coco Melon, whatever, Arthur. I mean, I don't know what the kids are watching these days. I do know I love Miss Rachel, and I do know that Glamour magazine awarded Miss Rachel like the Humanitarian Woman of the Year award. It was so fucking well deserved. I am obsessed with that lady. She is the modern day Mr. Rogers. Like Mr. Rogers, who was her idol growing up, I believe I read, would be so proud of her, just so proud of her. And the way she loves all children and thinks children, even in war zones, deserve to have a playful and happy life. So I'm a stan for Miss Rachel. Love her. And my little niece loves her too. Sophia adores Miss Rachel. But when Sophia gets a little, pissy, we put on Miss Rachel because it kind of calms her down. Like, or if we're at a restaurant, she's kind of embarrassing us. We hate to be like the kid with the iPad. Like, we hate to have the iPad baby, but we're just the aunt and uncle. Like, we're not going to be judged the way the parents are. So yeah, we put on Miss Rachel for her. Well, Travis calls the Real Housewives and all those reality shows. He calls that My Miss Rachel. He's like, do you want to watch your Miss Rachel for a little bit? And I'm like, yes, I do. And it does make me feel good. And something about the ladies screaming at each other lets me know that my emotions are okay too. And I love it. And it's usually on yachts. And I'm like, how can they be screaming at each other on yachts? The last thing I would do, I would be so happy on a yacht, but not these ladies. They are getting paid a paycheck to scream and yell at each other on yachts. I am obsessed with the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City right now. I think Mary is one of the funniest fucking people alive. If you don't know who Mary is, look her up. Just look up Mary's Best Moments, Real Housewife of Salt Lake City. You will not be disappointed. She is so funny without trying. Some of these Real Housewives, they get on there and they do bits. They're like, we're, silly. We're going to dress up. We're going to wig out, whatever they do. And it's just not funny. Mary is quite the opposite. Okay. So she's very funny. So, so we're settled in. I didn't realize, this is a bigger apartment than our last one, but it's not that much bigger. And we're trying to just have we're sharing a closet again. And it's like, damn it. Like, okay, one of these days we're going to have his and hers closet, his and hers restroom. Now is not the time, but we are working on organizing. I have a lot of crap. I buy a lot of products. I get on my sister and my mom. I'm like, I have so much shit. I learned that I too have a lot of shit. And it's like things that I just acquire, you know, people give you stickers and you don't want to, and hats, and I love it. And they're all so good. Everyone has good merch these days. So now you got to decide, like, which merch do you love the most? Like, which merch do you die for? You know, like this Rockets thing, like this stayed, obviously, signature item, capsule closet, statement piece, wear it to the games. It makes sense. Matches red lip. I'm Latina. This is like my uniform. Okay. If I had a uniform, I made a pumpkin for the Halloween carving or pumpkin decorating contest at work. And it literally looked like I look right now. I gave it lashes like I'm wearing right now. I gave it a red lip. I put some hair extensions in. This is my real hair, by the way. Thank you, Manny, from MG Salon. You're doing great, phenomenal work. It looked just like me. It looked just like me. And did I win the contest? Overall, no. Overall, no. Did I win best in show? No, I didn't. Did I win funniest, which is the most important award for a girl like me? Yes, I did. And I was so excited because I thought, because I know they give a gift card. I'm like, is it going to be like to H-E-B? Like, is it $100? Is it $50? $15 to Starbucks. Okay, for all my hard work on Latina Pumpkin Nina. That's what I got. And guys, I got to be honest, I gave it to a homeless person. I did. Because I'm not going to this conglomerate. I support my local coffee shop. That's what I like to do. We have one down the street, and I don't remember the name right now, but I do remember that they have a boudin kolache that I am dying to try, and it is around here. So just look up boudin kolache downtown, and you'll know the coffee shop I'm talking about. And that's who I support, and that's where I will spend my $15. I hope this homeless man gets a very nice beverage, drink, snack, whatever. Not for me. Not for me. I do wish they would consult me on where they buy their gift cards from, because that matters. Anyway. As a consumer, you know, you think like, oh, what am I going to do? That's not my fault. It kind of, you know, where you're spending your money matters. That's your vote. You may not have gone to the polls, but that wallet, that's the vote. That is the vote. Okay. Not to keep bragging about this new building that I am obsessed with, but we're talking about Halloween, and I wanted to tell you my Halloween plans. Travis had never seen the movie A League of Their Own. A League of Their Own is a movie that if you ask me, like, name your top 5 movies or name movies that like define you, that you feel connected with, A League of Their Own is that for me. Because I played in the LFL, which was like girls in football playing in their panties, playing football in their panties. That was basically A League of Their Own. In baseball, like in skirts, playing baseball, sliding, doing all that shit. That really happened when the men went off to war. Like, that's a crazy story. And the shit they put up with just to play a sport they love, like, oh my God, like I feel that movie on so many levels. So when I found 2 League of Their Own costumes on Facebook Marketplace for $20 a piece, you know I snatched them up for $40. You know we dressed up. And we didn't have any big plans because it was like Halloween fell on a Friday, and you thought, okay, Tessa turned up on a Friday. And that's Travis's time to go pickle, because that's like his holiday. But we didn't. We just played 18 holes of golf in our golf simulator. I know, spoiled. It was so fun. And we built a tower using cans of Miller Lite. And I'll send this picture to Bobby Jokes. If he wants to include it in the YouTube video, he can. But he doesn't have to, because you know what? Bobby Jokes, he has creative authority on this podcast. Also, if you don't like it, maybe it's his fault, not mine. I don't know. Okay, so that's what we did on Halloween. Won the pumpkin contest. Wonderkin's Pumpkins is Courtney Wonder. She's a Houstonian who is like a genealogy, like sort of scientist. She's very smart. But she also carves these amazing pumpkins on the side. And I met her through Blake Wonder, who was a listener of the Rod Ryan show. So very small world. She was on again, and she was so much fun. She dressed up like Zoe from K-pop Demon Slayers. And Lauren Kelly was also Zoe. So it was just very cool to have her in there. And we had a live studio audience and people dressed up. It was very fun. It was very nice. So that was one thing. So that was Halloween. Then Halloween was over, and then it was Allison's birthday, my sister's birthday. my sister who gave me my niece, who I'm forever grateful for. So ladies and gentlemen, if you didn't know, the old time accessory might have been a bag, but the newest it girl accessory is a niece or a nephew. So thank you, Allison, for giving me my baby niece, Sophia. It's been too long. She can like kind of say my name now. I go, say Tessa. And she goes, Tessa. And I just think that is brill. I just think that's brill. She's a genius. Give her an award. She is so cute. She is so smart. She is so bad. Okay. She's pretty bad, but we love it. We love it. We love it. My friend Celeste had a brunch on November 1st. We went to Annabelle's Brasserie, which is in Autry Park, which is kind of a bougie little part of town. And the theme of the brunch was extra, be extra. And I think that's also a reason why we didn't party that much. Like Trav and I felt bad because like, dude, like we're kind of laying low because I'm going to go get drunk with the gals tomorrow. But that's okay. That's okay. Went to brunch, hadn't seen my girls in a really long time. It was amazing. If you've never been to Annabelle's, it is bougie. It is bougie. Everyone in there is dressed to the nines. There's like fresh flowers all over the ceiling, all over the table. It was awesome. We ordered some pastries. We ordered rosé. They have this Madame Zero sugar rosé, sparkling rosé. And I had a bottle of that and it was fantastic. And I think the owner of that brand or the curator of that brand is also Houstonian because I remember seeing them at rodeo in that tent that everyone goes to, that restaurant. God, it's slipping my mind right now. But I remember having it there. So I ordered it for the brunch and the ladies loved it and it was all good. And another thing is at Annabelle's, they give you these little jellies for the table for the breads. And no one ate those. So I put them in my purse. And then me and Trav enjoyed them on English muffins like all week, all different kinds of preserves, orange, blackberry, strawberry, very delicious. So shout out to Annabelle. Okay. And then after that, I have a couple of friends that are like lingerers. I'm a lingerer. Like if we get dressed up, I don't really want to go home. Even though when on the way there, I was telling Travis, I'm like, I don't even like this. Like I have to go hang out with my friends and it's just a lot of pressure. And I'll call you in 2 hours. Yeah, right. Once I have that first glass of champagne, I'm like, I'm home. Okay. I'm home with my girls. So we went to Cottonwood, which we were dressed extra. We looked stupid. There was like a million babies there. None of us had babies. So we came back here and we came to Sky Lounge and then we hung out with Trav. We had some drinks. It was actually a really good time. Travis ended up us playing guitar like all night on the balcony for us. That was very fun. And we were probably very loud, but I'm glad my neighbors are cool. Speaking of Halloween though, did you guys see Kayla Nicole, who is Travis Kelce's ex-girlfriend? She dressed up as Toni Braxton. Toni Braxton and that hit song, It Wasn't Man Enough for Me. That's exactly how it sounds, okay? It wasn't man enough for me. And she dressed up in the silver little Toni Braxton dress and she looked amazing. And people were like, ooh, Kayla Nicole got the last laugh. Oh, Travis Kelce, you know he's just punching the air right now looking at his phone. Well, maybe, okay? Like, perhaps. But then the Swifties come back and they dig up all these old tweets of Kayla Nicole. Kayla Nicole, who is a Black woman, apparently hates like every race ever. She was tweeting disparaging things about Asian people, about Mexican people, about other Black women. She alluded to the fact that she loves something about a guy with a girlfriend that's like a challenge for her, that excites her. I mean, these tweets were so embarrassing and like cringy and crazy. And you know what? If you ever go dig up my old tweets, like what the hell I was saying, I was probably saying some Lil Wayne quote or something. If I ever said something so fucking stupid, like, yeah, like it's cringy, it's embarrassing. But like this was the amount of embarrassing and cringy was through the roof. So yeah, the Swifties. Oh, and then she deactivated her account. So she went from like Toni Braxton, look who's getting last laugh, to like she's no longer existent on the internet right now. She take a little break. She take a little time out. She take a little self-reflection time, which is good. Okay, so that was one Halloween outfit that caused a stir. There was a lady on TikTok. This is so good. So she has a little boy who really likes WWE. He likes wrestling. So he says, Mom, I've created my Halloween costume. And she's like, what do you want to be? And he's like, Bert Texas. She's like, who's Bert Texas? And he's like, I made him up. Okay. So the little kid created his own whole wrestling persona. His name is Bert Texas. He dresses like a cowboy. His finishing move is the Texas toast. And he tells his opponent, you're Texas toast. And then like, that's the finisher. And so she helped him create this little costume. His walkout song is Big X the Plug. I'm from Texas. The cutest little boy, and how creative and how cool of a mom to like make her son that costume. WWE ended up commenting on the video last time I checked, and I don't even think they're from Texas. I think they're from like San Diego, which is even better. Californians loving Texas culture. What else is new, right? Am I right? Am I right? Am I right? Okay. Also, speaking of wrestlers and WWE, have you guys ever heard of Shelton Benjamin? He's this wrestler who was really in the Gilded Age of like The Undertaker, John Cena, Triple X, like all of those really Brock Lesnar, like all those really popular Stone Cold era wrestlers. Well, he is he's with a different company now. And oh my gosh, it escapes me. Is it AEW? Gosh, I did an interview with him. They were here. He lives here in Texas. He lives in Spring. He is like one of the most prolific wrestlers, and he was so freaking nice. Crazy freak of an athlete. He says one of his best memories in college is like winning a track meet and then like going to a wrestling competition and then like getting the gold medal in that competition. Like so smooth with it. Like just incredible. And the nicest guy. He's 50 years old now, and he's part of this tag team called the Hurt Syndicate, and they hurt people. That's their thing, but they dress really suave and they dress in like 3-piece suits and they look really good. Like, I don't know. Anyway, he was a gem, and I think I want to get him on the podcast. Once I run out of things to talk about with myself and my life and my updates, I'm going to eventually have to have a guest on this podcast, B-Jokes, but that's today is not that day. Today is not that day. Okay, so another person that was really cool that I interviewed, did you guys ever watch Bizarre Foods on Food Network with Andrew Zimmern? So he would eat like crazy. So he would go to Thailand and have like the crazy. I remember one time he had like they killed a cow and they were just collecting the blood and they were making like these blood pancakes. And he was like, oh yeah, that is so good. Like there was just nothing he wouldn't try. He would eat like goat testicles. He loved menudo, like all the craziest foods that you can think of. Andrew Zimmern has eaten. And today he was on Houston Life. Now he was on with Barton Seaver, who I'm not that familiar with, but apparently Barton is he's like a huge advocate for sustainability, right? And we're just like, we have fucked up the earth to the point of like, okay, guys, we really need to start taking some accountability here. Accountability, we should take some. So they wrote this cookbook. It's called the Blue Food Cookbook. And it's basically just saying how if you add different seafood to your diet, it's not only good for you, it's better for the planet. He talks about encouraging you to like know your local fishmonger. If that's the fish dude at H-E-B, so be it. Kroger, Costco, whatever. Like asking them, hey, what's in season? Just the way, because we're Americans, we're fucking spoiled, and we can have watermelon in the wintertime if we want it, and like just like eat fruits even when they're out of season. Well, like fish and things from the ocean, they have a season too. And there's like a point in the year where some things are tastier than others. So I don't know. I really love the book. He signed a copy for me. So I'm going to be trying to add more, I guess not be so stringent. Like, oh, I only like salmon when I go have sushi. Like I need to try other stuff. Oh, I only want the seared tuna or whatever. So that was really cool. And that was really kind of a like bucket list full circle type of situation for me, because I loved him on Bizarre Foods. And he's done so much more since then. I mean, he's cooked for Oprah, he's cooked for Martha Stewart, he's done like so much more than Bizarre Foods. But that was just like a part of my growing up and watching the Food Network and being obsessed with crazy things like that. So that was really cool. Very excited for RenFest. We are going to RenFest this weekend. Barbarian weekend, which is like the craziest time to shine, is this weekend. Do we have an outfit planned? No, not yet. But I will say, I don't know if you guys can tell, but like I look great. Oh, my mic. Dang it. You're probably wondering, Tessa, did you lose 2 pounds? Yes, probably. You're also wondering, Tessa, what was that? And I said, we're in a new space, so we just don't know when things are going to happen around here, but that's okay. So yes, Bobby, if you have to edit this, you have to edit this. But I just wanted people to know my mom gave me shots of Wegovy for my birthday, said take these. And we did. And I injected myself and I injected Travis, probably a little bit too much. Do not take medical advice from me ever. Would not suggest. Travis was sick for like 2 days, but he lost like 15 pounds and now he's working out and he kind of looks like Superman. And then I am back to my goal weight of like 155. So thank you for asking. Yes, we did take Wegovy and we are on that. For me, it quiets the food noise. I am someone who has to unbig my back from time to time. At my core, I'm a real eater. Okay? So that medicine really does help me. It really, really does, especially as I'm getting older. Okay. So yeah, don't know what we're wearing for RenFest. We're very excited, but it is a big day that Friday because I have like all these pre-tapes. I have to do something with a firefighter, a calendar. I have to talk to Travel Mom, who is a guest on our show. Travis and I are doing Rappel for a Reason with United Way. That's when we dangle off the side of a building. I don't know how many floors it is yet, Trav, but we're doing it. And I'm a little nervous. I get nervous every year. It is what it is. My body locks up. When I'm on the edge, it's heights. It's scary. For whatever reason, Derek is not afraid of it. He thinks it's funny. He's like laughing at me, telling me, Tessa, look around, look down, do this. And I'm like, I can't move. But maybe I'm working on it and maybe I'm a little braver and maybe I get a little more comfortable this year where I know we're always in good hands with the Rappel for a Reason team. Also, Nutcracker Market. Yes, it's already here. Like, as I mentioned before, the year is basically over, guys. So get your damn Christmas gifts, eat your Thanksgiving turkey, get a tamale, get a Christmas cookie, get a glass of wine. Like, it's over. Okay. We are talking about New Year's goals already. Let's like figure it out. That was very fun. No, well, I haven't done that yet, but it's going to be very fun. The things I have done, the Tuts Gala, Apple, like whatever, however you say it, was awesome. I met Brianna from ABC 13. She was very fun. We sat next to her and her mans. And then we saw Jeremy Jordan, who is like a Broadway performer from Corpus Christi that I had no idea was like from my home city. We're like the same age. He's 40, I'm 40. He went to my rival high school, Carroll High School. I went to Ray. If anyone's from Corpus and you know that we're rivals. But he's done so well for himself. He's amazingly talented human being. We got to see him perform. That was fun. We also went to the 3rd annual Blues Festival, Houston Blues Festival. I love me some blues, guys. With this weather and the food, the Blues Festival, we didn't stay that long. We had played 18 holes of golf in Hoffman. The event was at East River 9. We were like, we're already in golf clothes. Let's just go. We went. We were VIP. They treated us so well. We had a drink on the house. There was like a whiskey tasting. And then you had some amazing blues people. What is her name? The 78-year-old Trudy Lynn, I believe was her name. Trudy Lynn was up there singing on that mic. She was so good. She was so funny. She said, baby, I'm right here from 5th Ward. They used to call it the nickel. I don't know if they still call it that. She said, but I make the old men remember and I make the young men wonder. And I thought, well, I'm stealing that tagline. I am stealing that tagline. I cannot wait to be 78 years old and to wear leopard pants and have beautiful hair. And man, if I could only sing. If I could only sing like that. Oh, so good. Okay. I believe that was her name. You might want to fact check that. I will later. But loved that blues festival. Then I would say the funnest social event we've had as of lately is the Texans game. Now you're saying, Tessa, that's so basic. You always go to the Texans game. And I'm telling you, this game versus the Jacksonville Jaguars. Well, we got there late. We'll start there. We got there late and I was a little upset, but it was my fault we were late. So how can I be upset? We also took the train for the first time to the game. So that was fun. There was other Texans fans and they were also late. So I didn't feel as bad. We got there, fucking glad I was late. We were down 10-0. It sucked. And so I'm like, okay, let's make the best of this. We were in the club level, so that was very nice because you get a little bit nicer drinks. It is a little more expensive up there, but I get a Ciroc cherry, and I know what you're saying. Isn't that Puff Daddy's brand? I don't know. Is it? I get a cherry vodka with Coke Zero from the fountain. It's kind of a treat for me. If I should stop drinking that, please let me know, because as I was saying, I know you vote with your money, but really? Does Puff Daddy still own that shit? He shouldn't be allowed to own anything with his baby oil behavior. Okay. So we go, and I'm drinking because the game is horrendous. Like, could not get anything going in the first half. I'm like, let's just talk to some of our friends who are here. So we go meet our friends, listener other John, his daughter, Grace, who is there, and they are so fun, and we always tell them hello, and they're the ones that gave us those club tickets. So, we got to tell them thank you, and we're so grateful for that. But then we go up, and I'm like, okay, listen, we got to lock in here. We got to lock in with this game. So we start to watch the game and cheer. And it is so frustrating. It is so frustrating when you're not winning, right? And you love your team and they're struggling this year. And then this other team has this better record. But the people around us, there were no Jacksonville fans around us, which was nice because everyone was rooting and cheering, and we were high-fiving. There was some young boys behind us. There was another couple right beside us. There was a group of friends in the back. And it was just, and Travis, Travis's favorite outfit is game day outfit. It's overalls. It's these rowdy overalls, no t-shirt, and then just a cowboy hat. He has been hitting the gym. I mean, I thought I was going to have to play some defense around there. I was like, don't fucking look at my man, but look at him because he's cute. See, that's the trouble. It's hard. Anyway, they not only win, there's a pick six to end the game. We go nuts. The house goes crazy. It was just so damn fun. We were on cloud nine. We're leaving the stadium. We got a shit-eating grin on our face. The weather is phenomenal. And then we get on the train, and 2 stops before our actual stop downtown, we go out, we explore the city, and then we pop in, and then the Rockets come back. The Rockets were playing the Memphis Grizzlies. So it was just a great day for Houston sports. I was glad that I was paying attention at that time. Sometimes it's I'm not even watching. I don't know what's going on. But that day I was paying attention, and it just felt so nice. And when I was in the stadium, I will say, my dad used to sit in the upper level with my uncle Alonso, and I kept on looking at the area that he would sit in, and I was like, help us win this one. Come on, big guy. Come on. We need a little help up there. So I feel probably I wasn't the only one praying in that stadium, but collectively our prayers did work, and we did get a win, and it was very nice. I do have one small itty bitty gripe. So when we were on the train on the way back, everyone was in a good mood, but then this homeless guy got on, and homeless people don't have access to showers and warm water and all this stuff. And this one guy just made a huge deal. He was like, oh, I can't. And he was just so rude about that guy. And I'm like, motherfucker, this is you in another timeline. If you lose your job, if you don't have family support, if you lose your parents, I just feel anything could happen. We're all a decision away from a different life. And that really, really bugged me. And he did it. And then this other lady got up from her seat. She's like, oh my God, I can't. And I'm like, it really pissed me off. And I was buzzed and I was drinking. And I looked at Travis. I'm like, let's go sit where that lady left, because what the fuck? What the fuck? Still human. Everyone is still human. I believe it was Warren Buffett in his Thanksgiving message, which he said Warren Buffett's stepping away from Berkshire Hathaway. He's gives this annual Thanksgiving message, and he's been doing it since 1965. And this might be the last time we really hear from Warren Buffett. And in the Thanksgiving message, he was like, hey, remember, everybody is the same, from the chairman to the custodian to the janitor. You treat everyone the fucking same. This guy's just down bad on his luck right now. He might win the lottery. He might, I don't know. My point is that kind of that really pissed me off, because at the end of the day, we're Houstonians. Some of us are up, some of us are down. You never know what area of life you're going to be in. And I would just hope that you would show someone some humanity, if you were ever in that position. That's what I always think of. What's the best case scenario for me if I'm in that position? And it's here. Put yourself in someone else's shoes just for a little bit. It's not that hard. The world, the economy, all of that, is it a shit show? Yeah, but we still have our community, right? We gotta be good to each other. So that's my soapbox statement of the whole podcast. I do want to say that this podcast is brought to you by J. Barrera Law. J. Barrera Law is my family law firm. They are the reason that I am in Houston. I love them. I go to them for legal advice. I go to them for contractual advice. But the biggest thing that probably ever happened to me was when I got in a wreck the night before my Rod Ryan Show interview. And they got me in a rental car straight away. They even got me, they just got me taken care of. I didn't have anything to worry about. I didn't have time to worry about other things when my life was happening and evolving. So J. Barrera Law, shout out to you. And I believe J. Barrera Law is going to do some Rockets tickets giveaways in the very close future, in the very near future, in the not so distant future. So many sayings to keep up with. They don't matter. They're just words. They don't control us, okay? So evening good to everyone. Thank you for listening to this podcast. It is my pleasure to yap your motherfucking ears off. Spit a little. And okay, happy 11/11. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this podcast because me and Bobby Jokes' livelihoods depend on it. Thank you. Thank you for coming.